Good evening, everyone. It is my pleasure to welcome you all to this second session of AIORI FDP program. This is the repeat session of what we did on 22nd of July. In this session, we will show you how the internet measurements really work and how AIORI platform can take care of certain measurements and how you can use it for yourself and for your students. So we have the India Internet Foundation team to take you through that. Uh, it is my great pleasure to welcome Mr. Pradeep from Ministry of Electronics and IT to this session. Thank you, Pradeep, for joining us today evening. Just to let you know, this is part of an overall FDP development program, which we are doing for AIORI 3, which is the capacity building program for uh, creating a skill set on internet measurements in the country. And we are really grateful that ministry has been continuously supporting this effort. And you have been part of this effort since from day one. And now AORI 3 is in its third year. And in this third year, what we have actually moved is we have pivoted away from going to different cities and doing workshops. Rather than we have invited expression of interest for interested faculty members to do the workshop by themselves. And we received 143 such applications. So it was very important that we conduct a faculty development program so that it is easier for them to do this session. This FDP, we had the first session on 15th of July, which was again repeated on 17th of July. The third session happened on 22nd, and today is the final session, which is on 24th of July. And this entire effort, we have been helped by our earlier AIORI ambassadors from last year. We have also received support from Professor John Joss and others from IIT Guwahati, Ruchika from Chandigarh University, and ISEA has also agreed to collaborate with us on this. So some of the faculty members which you are going to see today are also the nodal officers of ISEA program of MeitY, and some of them are also part of the FDP program, which was running in IIT Guwahati, and they were told about AIORI and they became interested in that. So it is a great mixture of academicians from different walks of life, and though they may have received the information from different sources, the entire idea is to learn how measurement works and how can we use it to improve the quality of internet in the country. So thank you everyone for joining for this final session today. I will request Anand to give a brief context, and then we will invite you, Pradeep ji, for your opening remarks.
Thank you, Anupam, for setting the context, and welcome everybody. It's pleasure to have you all in the final FDP program, which is there only to assist you in further doing the workshops with the students and also participate in the upcoming hackathons for standards and measurements. As you know, this particular program, the editions, the year 1, year 2, and year 3, the third year over here is kind of backed by some of the research findings that we have in the project we call Advanced Internet Operations Research in India, which is a MeitY funded project. In the next year, NIXI is taking care of the funds, and kind of this project has evolved within time frame and cultivated into a full-fledged measurement platform as well as a standard development platform. Whenever this particular session, the research associates, the team of IIFON will walk you through the way measurement is being done through this portal, how you can log in into the system, what are the measurements you can fire from the portal, and what are the analytics that you can do, and also how the workshop will follow whenever you will be doing this with the students. The idea of this measurement system was something cultivated from the lines when internet as a design has not been kind of secured, and the resiliency aspect was something which we were trying to explore, and within that framework we have trying to understand that how we could measure something in a country like India and also kind of spread it across the world. And that's why we have chosen a way to measure internet in a way where we should have servers and clients both ends with us. Servers are like Anycast servers, which are placed across around 10 to 15 geographic locations in India, and some of the anchors which are Raspberry Pi anchors, which are kind of a user device. It actually creates it gives a notion of a user device whenever the user goes to a particular internet and trying to get some services. It kind of gives emulates that particular thing. So this portal gives you full freedom to kind of measure, run some commands in the Raspberry Pis, the measurement anchors across India, and then it will take all the data and you can do some analytics. Why this is very important? Because internet is not static. As a communication medium, it is very dynamic, and there are lots of layers of protocol that enables it. One of the thing is DNS. You will hear from the team that how DNS measurements have been done. One of the thing is routing and peering. You will see that how routing affects and how the routing detour happens, and how to actually see that what is the impact of routing detour. Some of the part is also called resiliency, how this is kind of impacted. Some security postures also you will analyze into this. So these are some of the things that we are trying to measure from this platform. Also, you will get to know that this particular platform being as a reference architecture, which you can use in your course materials, like whenever you are teaching distributed computing, whenever you're teaching cloud computing, when you're teaching computer networks, this is a reference architecture which is open source. You can just take this as a case study that this kind of a national infrastructure, if can be built, then what are the design considerations that need to be taken care of, how things are need to be done, how security need to be enforced. There are lot many things are there. So if you're more interested, you can get involved into these aspects as well. I will not take much of your time. I have just tried to set some of the technical context behind today's presentation. The only thing that you will go through today is not the theory, the practical part of it. How you can log in into the system, how you can fire the measurements, what are the points, how you can log in the students, how they can do the assignments, and overall things. So over to you, Anupam, and thanks for having me in this FDP. And then I think Pradeep ji and the team will uh, go through different aspects of it.
Thank you, Anand. So it is my pleasure to welcome Mr. Pradeep Verma, scientist from Ministry of Electronics and Information Technology, one of the key pillars of Internet Governance Division of MeitY. Pradeep, over to you for your remarks.
Thank you, Anupam ji. Am I audible?
Yes.
Thank you. Distinguished faculty members and a representative from AIORI team, ISEA, IIFON, MeitY, and distinguished expert, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening to all. It is pleasure to address the faculty development program under the Advanced Internet Research in India initiative. At the outset, I would like to congratulate the AIORI team, ISEA, MeitY, IIFON, and other partner institutions for successful taking this initiative to its third edition. Growing participation of more than 100 institutions, including IITs, NITs, and other ranging institutions from across the country, reflect the increasing interest of India's academic community in internet technology, research, and innovations. AIORI has evolved into a unique national platform that combines capacity building, internet measurement, research, standards development, and hackathon. India today has one of the world's largest and fastest growing digital economy. Yet our dependence on digital infrastructure grows, ensuring that the internet remains available secure, trusted, and resilient become equally important. The internet today is no longer merely a communication platform. It has become a critical national infrastructure supporting governance, economic growth, innovation, education, healthcare, and public service delivery. In this context, internet resilience has emerged as a strategic national priorities. Internet resilience refers to the ability of internet infrastructure to continue function reliably during cyber attacks, routing incidents, submarine cable disruption, equipment failure, natural disaster, or other unexpected events. A resilient internet is built upon several technical pillars, including secure domain name system infrastructure, RPKI and ROV, IPv6 deployment, internet exchange point, Anycast infrastructure, secure cloud, edge services, and many more. So, building a safe, secure, trusted, and resilient internet requires not only the technology innovation, but also active participation in global internet governance and policy development. Apart from this technical standard development, I would like to highlight the ongoing policy development related to domain names. So within India, within ICANN, India actively contribute through Government Advisory Committee. I am also a member of Government Advisory Committee of the ICANN. So within ICANN, there is constantly discussion going on the policy side of the internet. India has consistently advocated measures aimed at making the internet safer, more secure, and more trusted, including improvement in registration data accuracy to improve the reliability of the domain name registration information. As all you are available that after the GDPR, the most of the personal information of the registration data has been masked. So globally, there is a development of a framework that enables the legitimate entity like law enforcement and other entity to get this personal registration data. So this framework is under development. Similarly, in case there is an urgent requirement of the registration data, there is another track called urgent request is ongoing, under which any agencies, legitimate agency like law enforcement agency, can ask a registrar to provide the registration data within 24 hours. Now, the verification of the requesters means alias are undergoing. The policy development on the verification of requester like alias are undergoing. So there is multiple tracks ongoing on the DNS abuse tracks also. For example, I would like to highlight the two PDPs which are under discussion at ICANN within the GNSO and related communities. First PDP is the associated domain checks, which basically in case some registrant use their domain for abusive purpose, then and if the registrar found that this domain is involved in the illicit activity, then the registrar will also search the other domain register in the name of the particular registrant who is using the abusive domain, sorry, who is involved in malicious activity. So there is many criteria by which the registrar will found like they will search by their email, their mobile number, or other data which registrant has provided during the registration of the domain. There is some another PDPs also ongoing, like safeguards for the bulk registration, bulk domain registration. The PDP is just initiating at this moment. So this example demonstrates that today's internet requires contribution not only in the engine and protocol development, but also in the operational best practices, standard development, and evidence-based policy making. The measurement, research, and innovation emerging from programs such as AIORI can therefore provide valuable technical inputs to both national and international policy and standard discussion. The government of India remains committed to strengthening the country's internet ecosystem through a multi-stakeholder approach involving government, academia, industry, standards, organization, and technical communities. Let us together create a strong ecosystem where research translates into standards, standards translate into deployment, and the deployment strengthens the security. resilience, and trustworthiness of India's internet infrastructure. I wish AIORI 3 and all participating institutions with every success. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you, Anandji.
Thank you, Pradeepji. You have given us a new line of thought that how ICANN PDPs can also be correlated with internet measurements. We will definitely take a look at that. Thank you for your kind presence today and motivating the participants. We really appreciate from the bottom of our heart. And thank you once again. And now I will request Andre to take over the session in terms of the FDP program today.
Thank you, sir. So I have sent a request to Srijit for sharing my screen.
Yes, Andre, we can see your screen now.
Thank you, sir. Okay. So today we will be showcasing the measurements through our AIORI platform. That is the regular ping, how we will be firing regular ping, periodic ping, trace route, DNS query, and our AIORI mobile app. We will do some latency test for google.com or YouTube or any other domains. Okay, in the first part of the session, I will be mainly talking about the technical part of it, and then we will be moving on to how the faculties from the faculties portal, how they will be registering the students, how will they will be linking the students, and how they will be creating assignment and asking the students for completing the assignments and linking that particular query to that particular assignment and making the query public, what things they need to do during the student workshop. Then at the end part of it, Arnav and Aditya will be showcasing what's my DNS.aiori.in. Okay, and the last 15 minutes we will be there for the question and answer session. Okay, so I will be starting from the origin. So AIORI Internet Measurement Network is a paper that was published on 4th International Conference on Computing and Communication System in Northern Eastern Hill University, Shillong. And from there it started, and these are the authors: Anand Raja sir, Anupam sir, Santosh sir, and these are the authors for this paper. And it was a project by Ministry of Electronics and Technologies and executed by Software Technology Parks of India and implementing agency as India Internet Foundation and Internet Society Kolkata Chapter. So I have attached the link. So if you move on to here in this IEEE.org, you can just go through the paper in details what are there. So this is available in IEEE.org's website. Okay. Now, starting about the project, talking about the project, what is the project all about? It is basically AIORI is a program that has created a network of devices anchors. Here, the devices, we call it as anchors, basically are Raspberry Pi devices, that is single board computers that are deployed across India. And from these devices, we are measuring the internet. We are doing some active measurement, and this is how we are measuring in our AIORI platform. Okay, so over like it started in the year 2023. If you can go to that IEEE.org, you can see that the publishing year was on 2023, and currently over 300 plus anchors have been deployed across India. And through these anchors, we are collecting the data, analyzing the data for research purpose, and we can take action based on the data, the evidences. We can compare the results from different location, and this is how we are measuring the internet from various aspects. So this is the anchor network. In 100 plus locations, the anchors are deployed. I have given an overview of it. If you can move on to AIORI.in, then you can give analytics over your region wise, how many anchors are deployed. So this is the eastern region, northern, southern, and the western region. So in south, we have more anchors as compared to the north and west. This is our Raspberry Pi device. This is a box. Inside this there is a Raspberry Pi device, what we call as anchors. And how we deploy this device in various locations. We install, there is a code which we have installed, and we from our portal we are just sending a request to these anchors and asking that particular device that run these commands and measure from that location, like sitting remotely from various locations. Suppose in this seminar, some people are from Bengaluru, some people are from Kerala, some people are from Chandigarh. So from different regions you have joined. So like sitting remotely, I can ask a device that please run a command from somewhere else and give me the result. And by this is how we can do regional analysis. So what is the architecture behind it? We have divided into three parts of it. First comes the analytics part, then the controller parts, and the worker part. Now, controller acts as a bridge between the analytics and the worker. Analytics is the UI part of it, like it is basically for the user interaction and the visualization, where you are requesting the anchor to fire some commands or to fire some measurements, and worker is the anchor network, like anchor 1, anchor 2, anchor 3, the number of anchors that you have. So this is how it works. Controller acts as a bridge between the analytics and the workers. So we have a name for it. The analytics section we call as IRN, and the worker part we call as IMN, the Internet Measurement Network and the Internet Research Network. Okay. Next comes now what we are measuring and why we are measuring. Basically, there are two types of measurements. One is active measurements, and we have passive measurements. Now, what is the difference between the two? Basically, for passive measurement, it provides a continuous monitoring of live network traffic, and it provides insights into actual application usage. Whereas for active measurements, what we do, it can be done by like at scheduled intervals, or it is performed on demand. Okay, so like I'm thinking that I will fire a trace route for this particular website and will see the path which it traversed by or taken by. Okay, or a ping I will check. So this is, I am performing it. I am asking to like I am asking that particular device to fire a command for getting the results. Okay, So this is how, so in active measurements, what we are doing, we are measuring the latency, the packet loss, throughput, trace route, DNS resolution, and etc. These are the things. And for active measurements, things are easy to troubleshoot, and we can compare the network performance across various locations. So these are the tools that we are basically measuring. First one is a ping, then trace route, then NS lookup means DNS query. So these are the things that we are measuring now. Why we are measuring it? So what is a ping? Ping basically verifies whether a destination host is reachable or not. So it measures the round trip time and the packet loss, and thus we can verify if there is a latency problem for a specific region. So by calculating or by getting the latency or at various times, like at the evening or the morning or the afternoon, we can with this data we can actually analyze the data and uh, can decide the next action based on the data. Okay. So for the trace routes, it basically displays the sequence of hops that the packets traversed by. Okay, so by that we can suggest if there is a network congestion or a routing detour that has happened. For DNS, if there is a DNS issue, why means what does DNS that like it basically resolves a domain name into a corresponding IP address. So if there is a name resolution delays or consistency across repeated runs or like that, then we can figure out that there is a DNS issue like that. So this is how, these are the things that, these are the use cases for these commands. Yeah, so coming to the use cases for the researchers who have been working with the internet measurements and all for specific regions, they can utilize this data and perform and can include this data in their research. Then the routing detours that I have mentioned through traceroute, we can identify it, measuring the services latency as mentioned by measuring the ping. We can do analysis on various regional aspects. Then we have this DNS resiliency from users endpoint. Basically, we can figure out if there is any DNS issues or not. This is how the AIORI measurement flow happens, that we request our anchors via our portal v2.aiori.in. We send a request to the anchors respond, and with those data, we plot a graph showing what is the latency coming for a specific time period, or for currently what is the latency coming. So various graphs and data for traceroute DNS query, we can actually detect the path the packets traversed by, and this is how it works. It is basically for v2.aiori.in. We have three types of users. One is a normal user, that if a user registers himself, then it's for the normal user. Then we have faculty, and then we have students. So basically for faculty, we have some extra features, that is academic features. Faculties can enroll student under him or her and can ask to fire some measurements. Suppose you have lots of domains you have, and you want to fire and you want to check how much the latency is coming, or the DNS path, or the trace route, or the DNS, what is the data are coming. So uh, suppose I'm a faculty and I can assign to 5 students that please do this measurement, so that it will be helpful for me for the analysis purpose for a specific region or for a specific domain. So this is how it works, and all the results are available for download in various formats, that is JSON or in CSVs. So now I will be moving on to the portal itself. So this is the portal v2.aiori.in, and here, once you have logged in with your email ID and password and OTP that you have been that you will be getting, you will be redirected to this analytics dashboard, where you will find this points, new query reports, your anchors, queries, point counters, and the anchor network that we have. These are the anchors in that has been deployed in different places of India. And now coming on to the points, how points works. So if you are hosting an anchor, then you will be getting, and if somebody else is using your anchor for firing some measurements, then you will earn some points. And if you are using our deployed anchors, then you will be losing 5 points. Okay, this is how at the starting initially 10,000 points has been allotted to each and every user. Okay, and if you need more, you need to contact the AIORI and we will be assigning you with more points. Okay. New query reports. New query reports means here it's showing as 493 because here how the anchors works beforehand. Let me tell you that when we send a query to the anchor, we are asking the anchor to run a particular query for a particular domain. So the anchor, the time with which it takes, and this is basically we are doing it by fire and forget method. The anchor receives it, anchor runs it, and then it backs us the response. So for this, the anchors take some time to load the data. So that is why if these are this is a metrics basically, that these are the new query reports, you need to see these. So basically this is a metrics for that. Your anchors means if you are hosting some anchor, if you are registering some anchor, any 1 or 2 anchors in your account, then it will come as 1 or 2 or 3 like that. But if you are hosting none of the anchors, if you are only just using the online anchors that we have in our portal, then this will be 0 for yours. Query, there are 3 kinds of query. That is, one is the ping, trace route, and DNS query. Next, we have discussion forum for us. Anybody can just participate in this discussion topics. Okay. Your IP details, here you can see this is my IP address and from where I am accessing from, and this is the ISP details. You can figure out in which ISP you are connected to, from where you are getting the internet. Okay. So if I click onto this, I will, those anchors which are online, currently some are offline and some are online. So lots of are online. So if you click on any of the anchors which are online, you will directly redirected to that particular query page. So I will not go from here. I will be just navigating you throughout the platform. What are the menus that we have? So I will be starting from here. So basically, as I'm registered as a faculty, I have 2 more extra features, that is enroll students and assignment. And assignments. This is an extra feature for faculty. Now I will move one by one. So this is a profile where your details you will be finding over here, the points details, the point users details. If you have earned something or you have lost something. So this is the points, and here you can find the user role from your student, faculty, users. I will be coming on to this in the next part. First, I will be concentrating on the on how to run the commands and the main anchor part. Yeah. So coming on to the anchor registration part. So when we will be giving a anchor, or the anchors, when we provide the anchors to the peoples who are interested in hosting the anchor, we basically provide them with a QR code. That QR code was that particular user needs to upload the QR code here and entering the location. And after successful registration, if the anchor is registered successfully, the anchor in the anchor list, it will come like this: the anchor list to, or the keyword requested date, and the address. So, and if you change the location of the anchor, then on updating the location, it automatically gets updated. So, and first of all, if the anchor is online, that means the anchor is getting proper internet connection and a proper power supply, and if network settings is configured correctly, then if it is a live, then we can call it that it is ready for firing the queries. So anybody, if you are deploying it, then anybody who are registered in this portal, anybody can use your anchor and fire the query from that particular anchor. Now coming to the domains, what we have, this is a domain management. You can add the domain names for which you want to run the queries or you want to measure it. Zones, I will come on to zones. First, let me run some queries. Run measurement. I will start with ping first. Now you can see here there are two types. One is run query for one time and run query for time range. I will start with a one time run query ping. I will run it for nixie.in. That's it. These are the live anchors that we have. Let me run with INV2 121. So I will check. I will go to the report section. There you can find one-time query report and time range query report. I will check the status I'm seeing as running. Okay. Still it is loading. Yeah. So for india.gov.in, just few moments ago, I have executed this. I will just check whether, yeah. So this appeared. This is how it comes. Okay, so yeah, I ran it at 6:31 p.m. So this is how it comes. And this is the RTT max, RTT average, and the RTT mean that is coming for this specific website, india.gov.in. Packet load 0, packet receive 3, packet send 3, TCP protocol. I can export result from here in the JSON format if I want the data for my research purpose. Yes. So the anchor name from IN12, I executed this query for india.gov.in, and this is the details. I will check whether, okay, it is currently running. So, Okay, I have received the response for it too. Like this is a packet loss happened. One packet received 0 and packet sent 3. Okay, if I export the result. So as it is coming as 0, so the graph is 0 is the this is the data I'm getting from INV2 101. Next, we have the time range query report. Suppose if I am I am asking to monitor a website on continuous basis for a certain periodic range. Okay, so I will be putting interval unit, then interval time, suppose 50 seconds, then minute for I can run it for an hour or a day or a minute. Let me run for an hour. Then let me give you a time. Then for nixie.in. Let me run with any one of the anchors. Suppose INV2 226, which is deployed in Guwahati. I will move on to the report section. We'll check. Yeah, I can see that inquiry, the status is inquiry and it has started. Okay, so it will take some time to load. If you check on it, you can see that the execution time interval, I have set it as 50 seconds and it's running. Currently it is running. Uh, any questions you have so far? If we have some questions, please.
Ma'am, this is Dr. Vikas from Pune. Am I audible?
Yeah. Yes, you are
Ma'am,
audible.
the Raspberry Pi, the device that you are asking us to mount with or any system, that is college system, right?
Yes, you can do
Okay.
it for your
Then,
college. Yeah.
yeah, college system. And then that traffic coming and outgoing from that computer only, we have to monitor. Plus, we have to monitor the traffic if we are interested from the different anchors by raising the queries as you just showing. Am I
Yes.
right?
Yeah, Andre, may I answer this question?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Hello, Dr. Vikas Kadam.
Yes, sir. Yes.
This is Anand. So, the first thing is this device, which is a Raspberry Pi, that's optional that you put it in your college. If you desire to do so, then you are most welcome. The second thing is there are 300 plus Raspberry Pis which are already be placed in different institutions, organizations, and individually,
Yes, sir. Correct.
which are open to you for the measurements. Third thing is it is not a monitoring device, as Andre already told that this is an active measurement system, wherein if you wish to, let's say, measure your college website from 30 locations, that what is the availability of your college website from these 30 or 60 locations, and it will provide you a better idea of where from the website is opening slowly, where from the website is opening in a fast way, then where from it is opening slowly. You can also measure the DNS performance of it. Then you can dig deeper and do the trace route for this to see that whether the website which is hosted with your any of the data centers or your hosting provider which is directly connected to the ISPs, that the user is connected or not, or it is doing an international routing detour or not. So it is kind of measuring the protocol parameters to understand the nature of routing, peering, and the name resolutions. So it is not kind of a monitoring. Whenever we utter that a monitoring, it's kind of we are somewhere in the interface, we monitor something like a Wireshark or a passive measurement that we do. We don't monitor things. The traffic is generated by us only, and we are only uh, working with that traffic only. So we will be not monitoring any traffic that is going through the college from different interfaces or different computers. It is just measuring that particular payloads which it is used to do. So let's say a user is measuring something, that's the scope of that network. Hope I'm able to answer your questions.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you
Yeah,
very much.
thank you. Go ahead, Andre.
Thank you, sir. This is a time range query that I have executed a few moments back. So this is the response that we have got, and here you can see the graph how it appeared that around 640 the latency was about 118, and then it goes to 121, and suddenly it drops to 118 again. Okay, this is how it comes, and you can monitor a specific website over a time period. Next, we have trace route. So again, for trace route, I will just again for nixie.in, let's say, then I will ask the INV2 178, which is hosted in Pune, for executing a command. Okay, this will take some time. So by then, let me run with a zone. Now, what is meant by zone? Zone means that here I'm requesting any one of the anchors to run a specific query. Okay, so if you create a zone means you can fire the same query by multiple anchors. Okay, suppose I am asking this Ahmedabad anchor, then Patna, then coming to Imphal, then I can take multiple anchors. Okay. Kharagpur, IMV2, Ranchi, Nagaland, Shillong. So let me check how many anchors I have selected. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 anchors I have selected, and suppose I am naming it as zone zone India. Okay. Save. I'm saving this. So these are the 8 anchors. These are the 8 anchors which are deployed in these locations, and I will ask this to fire a ping using this zone. Okay, let me try it for india.gov.in. So I will be on the previous day I have created a South India anchor zone. Today let me do it from zone India. Okay. I will go to this. Okay, it's in still running condition. I will come back to this. Let me see whether the trace route that I have executed right before is generated some result or not. Yeah. So these are the hops that are traversed by the packets. Arnav is there from our team. Arnav, you can provide some more insights on this trace route if you're there.
Hello everyone. Hope I'm audible. Uh, so, in the first session of the FDP, I explained a little bit about how the internet is basically packets hopping from one network to another until it reaches to the final destination. So, traceroute gives some information on what are those intermediate hops. So, as we can see that the packet was uh, like sent from Pune to somewhere around Mumbai, and between them it hopped from 7 different networks before finally reaching to Mumbai. Now, this kind of uh, measurement, you may say that okay, but what would I do with this kind of measurement? What would I do by knowing how my packet is hopping from one network to another? Well, this alone may not provide a lot of insights, but when we do it in mass, when we measure this trace route from all the different anchors that are there, we start seeing some interesting patterns. We start seeing that from certain locations, the traffic is behaving some way. We start seeing that there are some routing detours happening in certain locations, and that information is what helps us understand how the underlying infrastructure, the underlying routing, the underlying internet infrastructure is working. So traceroute is one of the measurements that we do. Uh, Even when we do ping like with multiple anchors, we see these kind of patterns that some of the sites are opening slower in some regions, whereas it is opening faster in some other regions. So we get some insight on uh, where the servers maybe where there needs some exchange points where the routing can be made better. So this is the kind of insight that we get once we do trace route or ping or DNS query from multiple places instead of from one place. Over to you, Anjali.
Thanks, Arnav. So this is the query for india.gov.in that I have executed with multiple anchors, creating a zone. So these are the results for it. For IN 68, we can see the RTT is quite high comparatively than the other ones. And this is how you can export the result, and yeah, you can analyze it and can work on these details. Okay. So similarly, we can do it for this periodic query also and the twist rule. So there is an option you can see over here. If made public, this measurement will be visible to the community. Whoever have registered in our portal, whoever are registered in our portal, they can view any measurements that you are firing. If you do it a public measurement, it will appear here in this public measurement section. So suppose you are monitoring some domain for a month or for a week or for a day. So it will be helpful for the other researcher also. Okay, so this data is already available. I don't have to monitor for this website again. I will do it from some other. So this is, we are working for the community. So this is a place where you can showcase your what are the measurements that you have fired and the data you can share with the other members. Okay. Then we have a DNS query. I will again do it for nixie.in. Select the query type. Let me do it from INV2 208. Data is being processed. Please try after a while. Okay. So I will just navigate to the other query that I have executed 2 minutes before. Okay, so this is also not coming. This is the thing. Google.com, I think. Yeah. So this is the anchor by which I have fired for google.com. Okay, and this is the IP address. First it goes to the root zone, then it goes to the TLD zone, and then it comes to the authoritative zone. Okay. Again, Arnav, if you are there, you can provide more insights on this DNS query, how DNS works, and
Okay, so DNS is a hierarchical architecture. So where whenever we fire whenever we try to connect to say www.google.com, we for we ask where www.google.com is to some server, and then it gives us the IP address. But behind the scenes, what is happening is that the DNS server is asking 13 root servers for where .com is. Then it is asking the .com name servers where google.com is, and then it's asking google.com where www.google.com is. So it works in a hierarchy. Now, this visibility we do not have when we are just surfing the web generally, right? It may happen that some website is taking too much time to open just because the DNS is not resolving fast enough. So in this measurement, what we are doing is we are measuring the latency for all the root servers. There are 13 root servers A to M. We are measuring the latency for all 13 of them. Then we are going to the top level domain, that is in case of google.com, it is .com's name server. So that's the GTLD servers that we are getting here, and we are again checking the latency for all of them, and we are repeating this step for the SLDs as well. So by this we get a better understanding of what root servers, what DNS infrastructure, or how efficiently or how fast the DNS infrastructure near a site is working, how what latency we can expect while resolving the DNS, and if some anycast instance of some root server is necessary in some area or not. Right. So this is specifically for DNS, but this gives us the similar kind of information that we just talked about for traceroute. It gives us more information on how the underlying infrastructure for DNS is behaving in certain location, and based on that, some policies or some other administrative decisions can be taken to improve internet in certain locations. Right. So here we can see that for uh, the names, the name server for google.com, ns2.google.com is taking less time than ns1, ns3, and ns4. So each and every time someone is querying for google.com, each and every time it gets the data from ns2.google.com, it is probably opening a little bit faster than when the data is fetched from the rest of the servers. Over to you, Anjali.
thanks, Arnav. Then we have the faculty features and the student features. So for the faculties, we'll be enrolling the students for the student enrollment. You can find this page, student enroll section, where suppose this is a student of mine. Yes. So this is moving on to the next section. I will just ask if you have any questions or if you have any queries regarding the measurement section, then we will be moving on to this next section, the enrollment, rating assignments, and the rest which are left. Any questions? Okay, then I'm moving on to the next part. So basically, when first of all, when the user registers himself, then he will find only in the profile section, he will find only this parts: analytics, public measurement section, menu section, management, and the services sections. Okay. Now, if he wants to upgrade his profile to faculty or student, I'm showing that part. So first he needs to go to the profile, then navigate to this edit profile section. Then there is an option called tag as faculty. Basically, for tagging as faculty, you need to enter your institution name and you need to submit a request. This request will go to the AIORI admin. AIORI admin will find your request and will approve your request, and you will be getting a faculty serial number assigned to you. Now, if a student wants to upgrade his account as student, okay, so he needs to move on to the student enrollment program, needs to click on this, enter student ID. Suppose I am adding as a student roll number, then I am a faculty. I am a faculty with faculty serial number. This. That you will be sharing this faculty serial number with your students, then enroll now options. Okay. Now coming to the faculty dashboard, you can see that if you move on to the enroll student, there is an option for approve student. If you click on this, here that particular students, you can approve him or reject him. In the previous session, I have, okay, let me approve and then I will be just removing the student. Again, I will be linking separately. So if I approve the student enrollment request approved successfully. As I have approved the students, this student is like enrolled under me. So I can view the student's profile. And now, there is an alternative way for the student enrollment. I will just remove this particular student, and okay, now as he is enrolled under me, I will just go to his profile and will also show that if he just, yeah, this is the assigned faculty details. Here it is showing my name and faculty serial number and my username. Okay, now I have the ability to remove this particular student. If I remove him, yeah, from my dashboard also, that particular student is removed. And if he goes here, from his dashboard also, again, his user role back to user. Okay, now this student is already registered in our platform. I know. I will be asking, I am a faculty, and I will be asking, just provide me your mail address. So what I will be doing, link user as student. I have an option over here. I will click onto this. Then I will be student email or username. Here I have put it the to student email. Then I will be asking what is your student ID or roll number. Suppose QW123. Institution name, maybe IIFON. Okay, link user as student. This is also I can remove my student under a faculty. Okay, this is how student enrollment works. And now coming to that particular students, again, if I move on to the edit profile section, then I will see that assigned faculty details is there already linked with that student. Now for student enrollment, like if that student's profile is upgraded to a student, usable student, then he or she will find these two features, as one is assignment and second one is linked queries. Okay, so suppose now how I will create an assignment. Here is a faculties. From the faculties side, here I have an option called assignments. For showcasing or for the demonstration, I have already created one assignment that suppose a measurement activity. That you need to include this during your student workshop. This is an example activity that I have attached over here. But before the student workshop, we will be providing you with some activities that you need to perform during the student workshop. And you will be just attaching, creating one assignment, like attaching activity like this. Okay. So here you can see that this is a demo assessment that I have included. Run regular ping for any two domains. Suppose irctc.co.in or anything, run restroot, run DNS query, or run a periodic ping. So what will that particular student do if he is, suppose I have a student named as Vanjalaka, who was previously already enrolled in this under me. So I will go to his profile and I will check whether this activity measure assignment is available or not. Yeah, so this is available. So now what he will do, he will just click on it and he will view the assignment and he will run some queries from here, whatever queries he will be running. And suppose there is a DNS query, irctc.co.in. Okay, so let's shoot and check. Yeah, so suppose I am linking this query. Okay, how he will link? He will select the assignment like measurement activity. Then he may put a remarks or may not put a remarks. If he clicks on link, query link to assignment successfully. So this is how he will be linking the activity. Now, if he moves on to the linked queries, he will find, okay, you have linked on that day, you have linked this ping query and now this traceroute query. And now he clicks on that particular ID, this result will open. And if I'm a faculty, if I now navigate to the link queries, yeah, I can see the traceroute. He has executed one traceroute and ping. Now, if I go to the assignment section and if I see for this particular activity, what are the queries that has been linked by students? Okay, so Vanjalaka has already linked this particular traceroute activity. Now, from my account also, I can navigate to this particular measurement. I can also access and I can also export the result in various formats. This is how faculty features and student feature works. Next, we have a mobile application. We have a mobile application where students will, where if you download it, you can see in what connection, what is your network type in which you are connected to. You can figure out what DNS you are using, what is the IP details, IPv4, IPv6 if available, coming for your network. Then and this is then you can taste a latency. You can just perform some latency test for some website and you can see how much is the latency coming from our deployed anchors throughout India. Okay, so this is also a part of you need to ask the students for downloading this measurement app. This and we will be before the student workshop. We will be providing you with a Google form where you need to put the details. One for your college network and another for your mobile network, where they will be filling up a form, putting their DNS details, what DNS they are getting, what DNS they are using, and then the IPv4 details. Okay, and if we want you to perform some latency test, then for some website you will be doing some latency test, and we'll be including the results for specific regions. Next part we have what's my dns.aiori.in. I will request Aditya to showcase what's how to use and how the students will complete the activity related to what's my dns.aiori.in. Aditya, over to you. Arnav,
Hi everyone. Am I audible?
yes, you're audible.
Okay. So www.whatsmydns.id.in is a platform in which we can check what is what is the DNS resolver the device is used. So right now, if I check my DNS, it will give that my DNS resolver is from Cloudflare, and also the details of the um, public IP my device currently has. So while many websites can tell you what is your public IP address, but very few tools are there which can accurately identify the DNS server which is being used by the client or the device we are using right now. So that's why we made this platform where we can check what our DNS server is. And sometimes what happens, like the ISPs use the like if we want to use a public resolver like 8888, which is from Google, or 1111 from Cloudflare, some of the ISPs doesn't allow us to do that. They capture those packets and redirect it to their own DNS resolver. By using this platform, we can easily identify that what exactly is our DNS resolver. I would request Arnav if you can add more things on what we can do
Sure.
from.
So the idea behind What's My DNS is to get more visibility on what is happening behind the scenes in the DNS that we are using. So it may be that the ISP has set a DNS for us through DHCP, or we ourselves have configured some DNS server manually, like let's say .8.8.8 or 1.1.1.1. Once our packet goes to that DNS server, we don't know what is happening. As Aditya just said, a lot of times what happens is the ISP captures all the DNS queries and through deep packet inspection, and redirect them to their own internal DNS server. So we usually have no method of knowing if something like that is happening. We have no method of knowing what is happening internally. So what's my DNS is a project where we get a little bit more information, a bit more knowledge about what is happening internally. We get to see what is the public IP address, what is the exit node of the DNS that we are using. So in this case, we see the DNS IP address is 172.69.83.22. So the client is set with the DNS IP of 1.1.1.1, and that 1.1.1.1 server that is usually in any cast is redirecting its DNS traffic and resolving the query through this particular server, that is 172.69.83.22. So what's happening behind 1.1.1.1 is usually a black box, and what we are doing is trying to capture a little bit more information on what is going on behind the scenes so that we can understand if there is some, like, if the traffic is going outside the country, if uh, the DNS routing is not optimized, or what exactly is happening internally. So in terms of the assignment that will be provided also has one section where the students have to uh, do this measurement and then through this website and add this information of the of the DNS exit node in the assignment as an answer. What this lets us do is have a better understanding of how and what the DNS infrastructure all over the country is, how it is behaving. Is there some kind of deep packet inspection done by the ISP? If there is some kind of this DPI happening uh, by the institute's network, what kind of DNS behaviors are there, and how it differs from one place to another. Over to you, Anju.
Thanks, Arnav. So we can move on to the last session. So by now, I think yesterday I have asked Srijit to circulate the IMN IMN handbook that we have created. So and the SOPs for faculty's registration and the student registrations, and the slides decks that we have used throughout the sessions. If any more thing from our side you need, please do let us know. And if now you are open for the question answer session, you're open for the question answer round. Any questions? Any queries you have?
Hello, ma'am. This is Dr. Rushali Wagmare from MIT Academy of Engineering, Alandi, Pune. Ma'am, there are 10,000 points are assigned to us. Initially, I'm the user right now. I put the request for the faculty.
Hmm.
And how many students I can add, and how many points are assigned to them? I want to ask.
No, actually, like the students will be registering as user, right?
Okay.
So they will also be getting
10,000.
initially 10,000 points.
Okay, okay. So same things they can do.
Same
Students.
things they can do. Yes.
Yes, yes. So there is no any difference between my login and student user login.
No,
No.
no, there is no difference between the login part and the measurement part. There is only you can, for the faculties, we have given an extra feature that you can create an assignment and you can ask the students for linking up the queries instead of running on your like running on your own. You can ask, like, you can divide the tasks among the students.
Okay, okay, ma'am. Yes, that's. Thank you,
Thank you,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Any more queries?
Yes, ma'am. This is Devi Krishna Das from Rajdhani Engineering College, Bhubaneswar.
Yes, sir, please.
Hello, am I audible? So yes.
Yes,
So
yes,
I
please.
had some question about the DNS. So we'll have to add the DNS that we want to query about, right? We'll have to add them manually.
Yes, yes.
Hello. Okay. Okay, that's what I wanted to know. There will be no preloaded DNS to run query about.
No, no, no. You need to run it.
Okay, okay, thank you.
Any more queries we have? Otherwise, we are good to conclude the session. Any more queries? Arnav, I think there are no more queries, so we are good to conclude this session. Anupam sir, are you there? Or Anand sir?
Yes, I'm there.
Yes, sir. So we are not having any more queries, so we are good to conclude this session. If you
Okay. Thanks everyone, and thanks Andre, Arnav, Aditya, and the overall team who has spent a lot of time to kind of work on this project, as well as going through this workshop. Thanks Pradeep ji for being here, gracing your presence for the workshop. We will meet again in the coming time because this is something which will end in December. There are lots of workshops and lots of activities planned, and you will get the information through the communication channels we have. Thanks again, everybody, for joining the workshop.
thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you all.